Hectic. Hectic 99. And we're taking you by the hand and leading you on a stroll down memory lane. And of course, a very prominent feature on our show every single week is of course Mr. Grant Hines. And it is time for us to get our geek on. Now, get your geek on. Now, get your geek on. Now.
Hey, brother. Geek is cool, bro.
Geek is very cool, brother. It is very, very cool. Now, Grant, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us, Grant, what have been some of your favorite moments on the show in 2015?
Look, on the show?
On the show.
Or in technology?
No, just on the show first.
On the show, I have to admit that you've been one of my highlights. So don't worry, I've had a good time. We've also did the Back to the Future thing, which was pretty cool.
That was very cool.
That was super cool.
That was awesome.
But 2015 has been a very exciting year in the world of technology. 2014 was a big year for innovation. A lot of big, innovative things came out. And 2015 is a very important year because it's iterated, it's made that stuff better, and made that stuff cheaper and more accessible. So you might have heard that stuff in 2014 and be like, nah, I'm never gonna have it. Guess what? It's more realistic for you to own a lot of these cool things. So that's super cool. The first thing I want to talk about is big cameras on mobile devices.
Yes! I mean, a couple of years ago, a 3-megapixel camera, if you wanted a 3-megapixel camera, you had to get a digital camera, physical digital camera. And now, all of a sudden, we were sitting on 1.3 megapixels on the V360.
Yeah, and it's nearly doubling every year now.
I know, it's crazy.
I remember back in the day, back in the day, like a year or two ago, it was like 8 megapixels on the back of your camera. That's crazy. A lot of cameras now are like 16 megapixel on the back and 8 megapixel on the front.
Really?
How crazy is that? And that stuff is coming in quite low-end phones. So phones that are more affordable that you can have and take the most incredible photos and videos with, which is incredible. Oh, yeah, and that also means that the video quality is much better because we're getting slow motion, 60 frames a second, 120 frames a second, so you could do some filming of your friends skateboarding and slow motion it, you know what I'm saying?
And I mean, people are now YouTubing from their phones. It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's madness.
Yeah, let's get
So next one is cheaper health technology. We've heard a lot about health technology over the past couple of years, but devices like these bands that I'm wearing that measure your steps taken and measure your sleep, some of them even measure your heartbeat, are starting at really cheap prices. So they've been able to lower the technology to such a place that they're extremely affordable. So we're talking a couple of $100 that you can have a device that measures your information and your vitals so that your doctors can use that stuff.
For a new year, 2016, one of these. It's awesome for your health. It actually, it will help you.
It does, and a lot of that stuff is now being put into the phones as well. So you can get that stuff with the Fit applications that come on that measures your steps. So that is super cool. The other thing is that because technology is getting cheaper, we're getting cheaper phones. So a lot of these phones are you won't see what they are, but a lot of the phones that are coming out are quite high end, big processor speeds, big technology inside, and that technology is becoming a lot cheaper. So we're getting phones that we used to pay tens of thousands of rands for. Remember, a couple of years ago,
proper.
But with the same technology for a couple of grand. So the contracts are getting much cheaper, they're much more affordable, and to get a higher end phone is becoming more normal, which is great, which means more people are going to be on smartphones in South Africa, which is fantastic.
I'm just going to do this because I'm in need of a new phone.
Hey.
Grant, what can we expect very quickly? What can we expect in 2016?
2016, it's going to be a very interesting year. I think virtual reality is going to be a huge deal. We saw a little bit of virtual reality this year, but not really anything consumer grade. We're going to see that stuff in our houses next year. How cool is that? So it's going to be VR and also 3D printing. I think 3D printing is going to become a lot cheaper, and you can have a couple of people with it in their homes going we need a fork or hook. Let's just print it. Let's just print it. Yeah, and then we'll have it. You know what I mean?
Grant, thank you very much for coming through and sharing your knowledge and your wisdom with us. I hope you have a great 2016.
Hectic.